Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. The GamerWolfSix of Beacon Pines. If you win this game, it's on Steam. So, on the last Let's Play, we went to the treehouse after forgiving Rolo, where hell freezed over. Or Beacon Pines in the entire universe? I don't know. It was another ending. So I had to roll back to when the storm was happening and the storm broke. Which I guess, I couldn't think of it, but I guess that just means the storm goes away. So you went to the treehouse with the new kid and talked to Rolo and told him about the thing we just saw, which was Gran talking to the heiress in a hazmat suit. Kinda weird. And that was chapter 5. But now it's chapter 6.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
Oh, huh. Yeah, they did. I guess that is another thing them didn't catch, was that things were getting colder.
Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows.
Though Gran, not as cold as that one ending.
Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Well, we'll just take a quick look around of stuff. He does pause when that happens. Let's see. Oh, it's you guys. Rolo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. You'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week, it's keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rolo strutted across the room.
If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rolo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
Oh, I thought it was aha, but it's ah. I think it's safe to assume anything that's dusty isn't what we're looking for. Likely story. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust the first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rolo. Drat! It may be already too late, too. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere your Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. The closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first? No dice. It's locked. Well, well, well. Look, who stands to reason now? And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought? I'm gonna take this important thing and huck it in the bush. The bush. True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary. Well, jam, her beds, a book? She's always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway. It can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Let's break stuff. Right, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've caught upon my expert detective skills. And now, I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Lucas scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this is my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. Is the thing locked? This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it. If we had a lockpick, can we just...
crowded around the hutch to peer in.
Can we just open the door upstairs?
With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we're expecting. Like, oh hey. Let me just yank on this random teacup and...
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Okay. Seems like your grandma has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So, which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Oh, there's jam, radio, and some sort of thing over there. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. Well, I can't see kids are on the way. We need to look around before it jumps to conclusions.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter.
I wonder why they would be locked. I mean, this is secret enough as is.
For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Is Walter the guy that likes her jam? What do you got there? It's my dad. Oh, okay. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
Very medical about this. How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are just a lot like cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Willoughby, or Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Malaise? Whatever. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Willoughby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Numcreed's name. Wait, Numcreed, is he, the guy that talks like this?
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
Again, so many people to remember. There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Willoughby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he's come back to his report later and made those notes. So, it might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And, with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows closely behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What does he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? 'Cause I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She puts little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Numcreed has a check mark. The Clibbards are all inside a big circle. My moms are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Gus Valentine. Gus? Who's Gus? Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Huh. Mr. Keller has a bullseye. Kerr. Again, I really wish I had a list of people to look at. The killer has chosen our next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Punch? Yeah, Gran's like practicing her fighting. Okay. What do we have here? Brewers marked, caution, explosive. Is she gonna blow up the town? And jam jars? This is enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making? She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? One way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Tastes like napalm. Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Miss Bartelli. A Grand Jamgram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they really doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. Well, yeah, because the last time we did anything, we basically got an anchor roller, laid in bed, and then went to the festival or didn't go to the festival with Rollo, and everything froze over. So either she failed or succeeded, and then bad stuff happened. So, more of a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Looks like there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if you follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Relu, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of that path on the map is the same symbol as those explosives over here or there. So, it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Relu, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Did you just say gulp? Feels like a gulp kind of situation. I tried to do gulp and she said gulp. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
You're so
The
boned.
kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
That's the guy with the glasses. Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump,
Yoo-hoo.
thump,
I'm not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help. Just
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
huh? Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly.
Must be nothing at all.
Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop.
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Bro. Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had an enemy. But there's only one way to find out. Holy crap, Brolo. That was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground.
His neck was snapped.
Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rolo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver. Yeah. Crimes.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic good cop, blank cop interrogation. Chill cop. Hard cop. Good cop, chill cop. let's try hard cop? Because we'll try the thing we think would be the right thing to do, boys.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver.
Was he tied up?
Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, 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 Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
Oh, he is tied up. What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... Well, let's just say, I've never needed the other way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance. What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You tie me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good lord!
He shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got all wrong. Where's she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's just got set up at the for the festival. Yeah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about the source thing, Cato can help us find it. Let's get some answers. Let's check out you. No? Okay. This is a dang nice library. Thanks. You work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Cato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for a Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more can a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for y'all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rolo. I can't put you on any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now, you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sorta don't know. What do you got on the history of this town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over.
I feel like, we might cut it here, and hey, 6-9, nice. Because, we're a bit close to the 30-minute mark, and, I tend to try and do these things where it's cuts between, the 25-minute mark and past the 30-minute mark, Because you never know how long some of these scenes can go. So, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play, so please comment, because I like comments, tell what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like Secret, then please like, subscribe, and check out the various epic and please remember to your and also control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's on Steam. And until next time, I'll say, me, GamerWolfSix of Beacon Pines. I have to figure out what I'm going to tell the last one, so thanks and see you.